Good evening. We begin with breaking news in the labor standoff between the province and Ontario's public elementary teachers.
There is a deal. It is tentative, of course, and it is the second tentative education deal reached today. It means work to rule ends now. This is where the deal was negotiated and the papers signed. This is a live look at the Sheraton Centre downtown. Months of off and on bargaining have finally paid off. CTV's Paul Bliss joins us now working on this developing story. And Paul, you were at the Sheraton Centre all day. Moved pretty quickly to Queen's Park, where the education minister just finished speaking minutes ago.
It was a nail-biter of a day. We were told to prepare for something possibly by the end of the day. Of course, the biggie was the elementary teachers union still on a holdout, possibly facing teachers having their pay docked and possibility of strikes. But this news today is huge for millions of parents across the province. The fact they've reached a tentative deal means the odds of a strike now have dwindled tremendously. As you mentioned, Ken, the deal still has to be ratified and approved. But even better news is parents and kids will have report cards before Christmas. After hundreds of hours of hard bargaining in hotel boardrooms, the Minister of Education called a late-day news conference.
Just a few minutes ago, we reached a tentative agreement with the Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario, ETFO or ETFO, and the Ontario Public School Boards Association and the Government of Ontario. So that is just being finalized as we reached, but we do have an agreement with ETFO.
The Wynne government had been threatening to dock teachers' pay if they didn't resume doing report cards and performing duties in elementary schools, or if a contract was not reached. The Premier handcuffed her bargaining team in a way by imposing a net zero target, meaning there was no new money for teachers' pay. Some elementary schools were also on the verge of being shut down because of unsanitary conditions. Health concerns were mounting as cleaning staff and support workers, members of CUPE, conducted their own labor action. Earlier in the day, the government and CUPE announced they had struck a deal for CUPE's 55,000 members. Terry Preston is chair of the CUPE bargaining committee.
The work to rule, we are asking people to halt the work to rule effective today. The members, of course, are at work, and so they will find out about it in due course. So it may take a day or two for the information to trickle out.
Preston says the negotiating committee will recommend CUPE members accept the deal. The education minister skipped question period this morning to be actively involved in the final decisions with the elementary teachers union and CUPE. The province of Ontario. Okay, there's still one standout. There is no deal yet with the OSSTF support workers. That's the high schools. The minister mentioned in her news conference they could see their pay start being docked as of Monday. So let's back up for 1 second. As I mentioned off the top, report cards will be going out before Christmas. They were supposed to go out on November 11th, on November 20th, but because it took so long to strike this deal now, parents can expect to receive the report cards before December 11th. That's it from Queen's Park. I'm Paul Bliss. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay.